Start recording, then go back up into my notepad and open another segregated area surrounded by braces, open brace, the file name, Control V to paste the file name, and close brace at the end, then file save. And then I need to find out Google Voice. Well, that's the wrong account. What's next? Here's the next. Mock day trade. So I want to copy mock day trade into my notepad. Control V to paste it. And now copy to the clipboard buffer. Edit, copy to see if I can log into it. Then I want to delete it from the email message because I'm going to make an outbound call to ChatGPT. So I'm going to log in to another account here and add another account and then paste the relevant account. Next. Then I have to enter the password. Next. I want to save it and I want to skip anything else but making the outbound call. Seems like I got some kind of a spammy message here. So I'm deleting the spammy message and proceed to make the outbound call to ChatGPT. Hi, I'm ChatGPT, an AI assistant. Just help me figure out how to further develop my mock day trade.ai domain name and the vanity phone number that I already have. That's exactly what I've done already, and I'm teaching it in my classes, a mock day trading to teach the students about AI. I'm trying to find AI software apps that are using AI to trade, to day trade, to day trade. Yes, I want something that is free for simulation and also provides free data, near real-time data for day trading. So Meta is the only one that is available. What was the last one after Quant Connect? What was the last one you mentioned? Yes, another thing that I need is I like to focus on cryptocurrencies, and I'm not sure whether RoboForex has automated trading systems and also provide free tick level data. Yes, the problem with TradingView, they do not provide real time data, so I will have to pay for it, even if I want just to simulate the trading and not trade with real money. Crane, and what was the last one? Yeah, I think that they're definitely worth checking out. Do you know whether they have free tick level data? Yeah, it doesn't matter if it is real time or delayed, as long as it is tick level data. That is the important thing because we are only simulating now. So I'm not concerned about being real time or delayed. It's the frequency of the data that is essential for day trading. It has to be high at a tick level or minute level or sub minute level. Yeah, it is not. It is not. It is tick level. It is tick level data. It's not. It is not high frequency. Tick level data is a little bit lower frequency than high frequency. It is near high frequency, but it is not high frequency. That's right. It is enough for day trading, but it is day trading is not high frequency trading, which may be sub minute open and close transaction. What we are doing is usually within 4 or 5 minutes. The idea is to open a transaction and close the transaction within an hour lecture so you can immediately assess the profitability of this one transaction. Exactly, which is exactly what we are all about. Teaching practical trading and also making it a short period enough so you can monitor it in real time. And as soon as things go in a way that is unexpected, the trader can always overrule the algorithm and exit the trade without too much anxiety and loss. Yes, and also build the confidence of the students to see whether their temperament fits to be trader, which needs to, it's a person that has to be cool and not involve his emotions in every decision out of control. Yes, which is very important when you are risking a lot of money, a lot of your money, especially students that may not be endowed with so much money at this point. They cannot afford to lose their measly allowance. That's right. Our single most important objective is learn to deal with risk management, which applies in many different ways in life. Just so happen that I'm teaching about accounting and finance and IT and AI, so it kind of fits my topic of teaching and expertise. But the point is to teach risk management and develop the character for dealing with problems and, more importantly, solving problems. Are you still there? Yeah, also building an algorithm that will automate the compliance with Google Voice of making an outbound call within 60 minutes, within 60 days, excuse me. No, I want to just keep it simple again to use it in my classes as an exercise and as a point of learning. So, what I want to do is use the Google Calendar every time I make an outbound call. For example, for today, It is June 17, 2025. So go immediately to the calendar and make a note to make another outbound call for this account within 60 days from now. So it will be July and August 17 will be 60 days from now, and the account doesn't change and the phone number doesn't change. So all I have to do, everything else is constant. The only thing that changes is the time. And the algorithm is also the same. So make an outbound call to 800 Chat GPT so I can talk to Chat GPT without being encumbered with the data entries and tracking the call, so I know what to do. Also, another thing is I'm afraid that one of these days I will forget. I get notes from Google saying that your Google Voice number will expire in 30 days. And so I'm afraid that if I don't automate it somehow and put it in the calendar, I will ignore by accident one of them, and I will also ignore the 7 day notice, and I would lose the the phone number as I have done in the past. Yeah, that is a perfect example. What I need is a Google Calendar recurring outbound call. So I don't want to have only the reminder. I want to actually automate the outbound call, which is to a fixed phone number, which I can place in the recurring uh, reminder. How do I take the reminder to the next level of actually making the outbound call? And how do I also automate the login into the account? Because I may be in another account that is not Google's account. Uh, no, let's break it down. First of all, about the automated login. I started using now the Shift browser, and every time I log into a new account, it asks me whether I want to save my password. And when I say yes, it saves the password. So it seems like it will save all my password once I do it. And I reply, yes, save my password. Next time I log in, I will not have to re enter the password again. Is that true? Another question is, when I put a recurring reminder in the Google Calendar, would it remind me even if I am not in that account? How would it remind me even if I'm not logged into that account? How would that work? I will set it up inside the recurring reminder in my Google Calendar. Notification enable in the event settings. So I can get a notification to my phone. Is it mutually exclusive or can I have them both? Send an email notification to my email as well as making a phone call to my mobile phone, to my cellular phone, notifying me that I should make an outbound call is due. And furthermore, when it sets up the notification to my mobile phone, what happens if my mobile phone is off? Will it still wake up and make some noise so I can know to look into it and to see what is the notification? How would I know that a notification arrived to my mobile phone if I took it off to charge it and I'm asleep and I turned it off while I'm asleep? That way I can simply keep my phone on while it is charging. Even though it slows down the charging process, it will make some noises when the notification comes in. And if I ignore it, when I look at my phone again, I will see some marks next to the icon of notification, so I will know that there is a pending notification. Is that correct? And the badge will be a badge next to the notification icon. And what if I have multiple notifications? It will show how many notifications, outstanding notifications I have that I have not yet reviewed? And then when I click on the notification icon and I have two or more notification, it will list the various notifications that I got. That sounds like a plan. Now that I got the notification, how can I execute them so that it makes the outbound call to a fixed number, like 800 chat GPT? Or would I, yeah, to automate an outbound call, given that my number is already listed in the account since I called it last time already? So once I'm in the account, I will have to go to Google Voice and then select the last call to that number, click on it, and start a new call. Would that work? And what Google product would enable me to automate it with minimal coding? But it's not free, is it? How far can the free tier go as far as making one outbound call to a number that is listed already as the number that has been called 60 days ago. What else would work like Zapier, but that may be free and maybe easier to code? With very limited capabilities, just make an outbound call to a number that's listed as having been called 60 days ago. That is IFFFT. Are you still there?
Hey, I'm ChatGPT, an AI assistant. Just so you know, our conversation may be reviewed for safety. By continuing this call, you agree to OpenAI's terms and privacy policy. So, how can I help you today?
Help me work out this IFTTT to make an outbound call from my Google Voice account. Yes, yes. I don't want you to make the call. I want you to tell me how to use IFTT so IFTT can make the call. And how can I log into IFTTT? I have to open up an account, or what do I have to do for that purpose? can IFTTT uh, log into my Google account on the Shift browser? Yeah, that's the whole idea because I do have multiple accounts, so I will need to. Yeah, I plan to combine it with a calendar, so and make it like a recurring entry in my calendar. Can can the calendar execute IFTTT? So what I need to do is I need for that calendar to make an alert to me, and then alert me to run this IFTT. Yes, and what I need to do is every time I trigger that algorithm, I then paste the account number into IFTT, so IFTT can open the browser, log into that account, and then navigate to the Google Voice, so I can so it can make the outbound call to the Chat GPT and let me talk to Chat GPT.
It's a mix of automation and manual steps right now.
Yeah, so IFTT can be embedded in the calendar every 60 days, initiate an alert to me that 60 days have expired and I need to make an outbound call. And then I have to log back into the calendar and click on the event to execute another IFTT program that will then give me an opportunity to. Yeah, I don't want you to do that. I want you just to review the algorithm and tell me whether these are the proper steps. Yeah, that's the question exactly. How solid is this plan? Especially in this case, I'm dealing with a vanity number and a domain name that spells the words demo.net. And demo.net is a website that makes demonstration of various algorithms, such as this algorithm that we are talking about. Yeah, demo.net is part of the process because that has its own domain name and vanity phone number, and it is part of the Google Voice. It is a Google Voice number, so I will try to integrate that IFTTT with the calendar to reactivate the outbound calls every 60 days. Right, and I want to use the Shift browser, and that way, once logged in, I would have the password also saved, so I wouldn't have to re-enter the password in the algorithm. The IFTT won't have to re-enter the algorithm once it's in there already. Is that true? What's the advantage of IFTTT compared to other alternatives? Do I need really anything more complex, or is IFTTT best for this level of complexity? I don't know. Would I need to use Zapier or Power or Microsoft Power User? Yes, all I want to do is every 60 days log into this one account, which I know in advance what it is, and then once I'm logged into it, make outbound call to a constant phone number. And at that point, I would need to talk on the phone for a few seconds with a chatbot like 800 chat GPT, and that will already help me comply with the compliance requirement to keep the Google Voice number.
Then you can speak with the chat. It keeps things simple and compliant. Just make sure the process aligns with Google's policies, and you should be.
A couple of other things that I need to do is I need to document it. So I have a couple of I have a couple of statements that I'm using for the file name. For example, a demo lab net with an @ to indicate that that account that is a Gmail account, and then followed by it is the phone number, like area code 336, 652, and 2638 will not expire in 30 days, and save it to my, put it in a text file that I call in a subfolder. I made a subfolder that is called Google Voice, and I have a text file in which I note every time I make an outbound call. So I make a note in the text file that spells the path of Google Voice plus the account name, like demolab.net, and the phone number that is associated with it, like 336, 652, and 2638. So not only does it include the account name, like demolab.net, and the phone number that is associated with it, but also a statement will not expire in 30 days, or will not expire in 7 days, depending on how many days it has been past due. Yes, and then so I save it in that Google Voice sub account of the documents default account in Windows, in the Windows operating system. But after I saved it in this Google Voice account, I also upload it to the drive, to the Google Drive of that account. So I have it stored on the local host, on the local PC, as well as on the cloud, where I have 15 gig available by Google for free.
With Google Free
Yes, and it's only a text file, so it takes very little space to upload. The upload is fast, and also the storage is very limited. So I will never run out of 15 gig just storing these text files. Now, in addition to the Google Voice subfolder, I back it up also locally. So, in other words, not only do I have a Google Voice subfolder that includes all the text files that are related to that Google Voice account, but also I make a separate subfolder with each specific account and its matching phone number. So, for example, I make a special subfolder with this name Demo Lab Net and @ to tell me that that is a Google Gmail account, followed by an open parentheses and the area code, which in this case is 336, and the phone number 652 2638 will not expire in 30 days. Not only that, locally and in the cloud, and in locally, I have two different entries. One entry in a subfolder that is called Google Voice subfolder, and another subfolder that is dedicated to each individual account. Listing in the subfolder name is the account, for example, demo lab net, an @ and immediately following it is the phone number, open parentheses, 336, close parentheses for the area code, and then followed by the phone number itself, which is 652 2638. So this is the subfolder name of the documents folder. So I have two local subfolders that reflect the same outbound call. So, like double entry accounting system, I can always reconciliate the two subfolders and they have to have the same entry for each account. And not only that, I'm doing it on different machines sometimes. So I have it on one laptop, for example, and then I would use another desktop to do the same thing. So after a while, a long period of doing it, I would have two matching PCs with two matching subfolders for each outbound call. So if one of the PCs gets stolen, I still have another local PC that contains the same information. And if both of them are gone, it will still be backed up on the cloud on the Google Drive. Yes, and these are the. Are you still there? Are you still there? And these are the kind of things that I would like to include in my demo lab net to demonstrate various facets of IT and AI and deploy AI to also discuss with AI what I'm doing. And many times the AI chatbot will also keep the history of the discussion. So I can look up in the history and find out that I made an outbound call on June 17 within this account called DemoLabNet. Like, for example, the AI caller 640 call Sam not only converses with the users like 800 ChatGPT, but it has several advantages over the 800 ChatGPT in that it transcribes the discussion uh, into text format and then lets the user review the historical calls. Exactly. In other words, it creates an audit trail of the conversation of an AI caller chatbot like 640 call Sam. It is just not 640 call, it is 640 call Sam. Let's review what I have just told you. Do you remember what I just told you? Okay, bye. Now I'm logging into my new account, save the password, and skip. So I can go to the also Gmail account and check out the calls and delete irrelevant calls. So now I can navigate to voice. Get some spammy messages. Shift, then delete it. Then I want to make an outbound call. Help me work with my X strategy in, yes, X strategy dot, no, X, like the letter X, and then the word strategy and IN, like in. No, this is not an exit strategy. It is an X strategy, like unknown strategy. That's right. The letter X is a prefix to the word strategy, followed by the domain name extension IN or IM. So it will be xstrategy.im. Yes, I would like to develop it as a site for strategies consulting for various strategies. The major issue is to have expert in strategies consulting to work with me, so I don't have to do all the heavy lifting. I can just deal with strategies in domain that I am familiar with, like accounting, finance, IT, and AI, and let other people in political science deal with political strategies, and in the medical sciences, like doctors, will be the strategy of dealing with different diseases such as cancers and so on. Yes, first of all, I would like to get an advice about the whole idea of offering a X strategy consulting service and naming it with a domain name and a vanity phone number that spells the words X strategy dot im. Yes, the setting up the business, the business methodology. I'm planning to give it for free until the first consulting opportunity arrives, and then when the first consulting opportunity arrives, to charge some subscription fees. What do you what do you think about this strategy? Yes, I was thinking to do webinars about strategies for AI, which I'm familiar with, and invite people that have been authors of books regarding strategizing and strategies to join me in this seminar and convince them to become members in this platform. Yeah, they should be all engaged because we we will introduce them to other people that are interested in strategies to help them market their publication, usually their books. In addition to that, I'm planning to do seminars about the topic and tell them that we will use their publication or their books as a textbook for the presentation for the seminar. So now that I made an outbound call from this account, I want and I saved it in my Google Voice account and I uploaded my Google Voice account. I'm going to the next step and back it up with yet another account. Yes, I want to automate it. It's very tedious and repetitive, and I'm tired of doing it over and over again.
Is a great idea. It saves time and ensures consistency. You could use classroom automation tools to schedule regular updates. Integrate with Google Space for a seamless experience. Need suggestions for specific tools or investment?
That's what I'm doing already. I just have saved it to my folder, Google Voice, and uploaded it to the cloud, where I got a message that 80 files have been uploaded to the cloud. Sometimes I do it twice because I forget that I've done it already. So just to double check, I do it a second time. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make notes in my pad. It's a good idea. I also use markers on the file name. For example, for X strategy IN, I put an open parenthesis before the X and then a close parenthesis after the T. So it reads open parentheses X S T for the area code and then RAT G I N. Yes, this is parentheses in front and after the area code. So in this case, the area code is 978. The area code is 978, and the account name is starts with XST. So I put an open parenthesis before the X and a close parenthesis after the T. Just surround the area code letters with parentheses. So tell me, what is the area code of this account? Can you recall it? Yes, let me tell you what it is and see if you can recall it. Remember, this is X strategy, so the first three characters in the domain name match the area code XST, and the digits that correspond to XST is the area code of 978. Can you remember that? Yes, and that and closing it in parentheses like I described to you is also good because that makes it stand out in the sorting sequence of a folder that is a sort so that Windows sorts alphabetically by default.
Exactly. Using parentheses.
That's right. The important point is to notice that this way, when I look at the subfolder that is called Google Voice, and I look at all the entries, I have the list of all my all my vanity phone numbers, since they all start with open parentheses. So they appear first in the sorting order of file names within a subfolder.
By starting file names with open parentheses, you're effectively bringing those important entries to the top. It's
Yes, and this way, once it is started the sort by the open parentheses, then within it, it sorts it by alphabetically by the area code.
a clever system. The open parentheses.
Yes, that's right. This is quite an exhausting process.
Okay, I'm gonna make coffee. It does automate it. It'll save you time and effort in the long run. Hang in there. And if you need any more assistance or just a break to chat, I'm here for you.
Yes, thank you. This is it for now. I need some rest and I also don't want to expire the time that you provide.
If you need to choose,
You too. Thank you very much. Well, now that I'm so exhausted, and that was about an hour and a half, it's already nighttime. I have to take a little break. I'm going to stop the recording on the camera, then double click it to play it back. Okay, I'm ready to make another excursion into ChatGPT. Okay, that was working fine. Now that that worked, I'm going to open MSN Recorder Max, stop its recording, and then play it back.